Hello, everyone, and welcome to Being Naked. My name is Venus Kesselberg, your host, and I am so excited today to have Nicole. Welcome, Nicole.
Woo!
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you, Venus?
Good. I'm hanging in there. I've been sick for a couple weeks, so I'm bouncing back.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
So I'm like, I can do this. I almost was like, I don't know, but I can do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been a doozy, but I'm happy to be back and settled.
Mhm.
So, Nicole, I'd love to just dive right in. And one of the things I love to do at the beginning of the show is to always start with our deepest barriers down, even the ones we don't know about. Push them down, pull them down, destroy and uncreate them. And since this is a conversation about vulnerability, I think for me, it's always when I have my walls down, it's easier to be vulnerable. So,
That's a great tool.
yeah.
I didn't think to use that when I teach or when I go on Facebook Live and stuff like that. Thanks for that.
That's awesome. Hello, folks.
Yeah,
Welcome. So I'm curious, what is vulnerability to you?
vulnerability. If I don't really think, so earlier I asked you, or was it yesterday? I was like, "What's the topic, Venus? What are we going to talk about?" And you said vulnerability, and I was like, "Whoop!" like like a walls came up. So it's something that that's not like totally 100% ease for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It takes a conscious effort. It takes certain level of conscious effort for me to be vulnerable. But at the same time, I wonder if I'm thinking about it too much.
Mm,
Oh, what's vulnerability? Oh, I need to be more vulnerable.
right.
Okay, what am I gonna say or how am I gonna be when I go on Facebook Live with Venus? Am I going to show my true vulnerable self? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So all that popped up.
I think you had a great point there. I think a lot of us think that vulnerability has to be like planned a little bit. Like it's like I'm going to be vulnerable now. This is, and it's like it's not that. I mean, one of the things that I've really had to even just showing up today and be like, you know what, I've been sick for a couple weeks. I've had to cancel all my lives and that is vulnerable to me because I don't usually tell people. you know,
Mhm.
I'm not usually even sick for one thing, but I also when I notice when I am sick, I tend to like not tell people and
Mhm.
not and withdraw, right? Instead of going,
Mhm.
okay, this is just what's up for me right now. So, when did you first learn about vulnerability or start to learn?
Um, I mean, through various different things that I studied or followed for many years in my life, I think almost everything kind of touched on being vulnerable. Um, you know, not like so different things would talk about the same thing but with different words. For example, like being me.
Mhm.
Some people may say just be you, be yourself, or are you trying to look good? Are you trying to look perfect instead of just being you?
Right.
So there are different, yeah. So I have been practicing this vulnerability or being vulnerable thing for a long time. But it's really interesting. Like I wonder when it would not have any energetic charge.
Mm.
Because there is still some energetic charge. Whenever somebody, talks about vulnerability or being vulnerable, um, yeah, so it's kind of interesting to ask the question like, when can I truly be vulnerable without trying to be vulnerable? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
right now, or when I heard the topic from you, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to be vulnerable. So try versus can I just be?
Right.
So yeah.
What are maybe some tools that you use, like to help you be you or help you be vulnerable?
Okay, so here's a really good one. I love this tool. So when I first started using social media, I really didn't like social media that much. Not too long ago, just a few years ago, and I became an Access certified facilitator, and I really wanted to engage with more people online, and therefore I wanted to be on social media, right? So I started using my Facebook and Instagram, and I really wanted to make videos or do Facebook Live, this thing called Facebook Live. I didn't even know back then what that was. So I'm like recording myself out in the park, a few blocks away from my house here in New York City. And as soon as I turned on go live button, I froze and I could see myself. Like my face was kind of like, I don't know, hardened or like a little bit frozen, just not looking fun and natural. And I know it and I'm not liking it. And then there are like other people popping up, sending me heart sign or whatever, thumb up sign, whatever I'm saying. They're my friends, so they're gonna love me, period, right? And I'm like, oh, this is not working. I suck. I'm terrible on video. I don't know what to say. And all the words that I wanted to say disappeared. And my head was like, bing, blank. But am I going to turn it off? No, right? So I'm keep doing it. And then all of a sudden, my friend Carla, she lives around here. She pops up on Facebook Live and she's watching me and she wrote, Nicole, just fuck it up. Fuck it up. And when I saw it, I was like, started laughing so hard. And that really helped me to just um, be myself and relax. I was just trying to be too perfect.
Mhm. Mm.
And so I don't know if fuck it up is a tool or what, but it's basically, stop trying to be perfect. Be yourself, but different expression. It's something like fuck it up. But it just, I don't know, the way fuck it up brings up energy, it just provides so much for me. So whenever I find myself trying to be too perfect or when I have like too much expectations of myself and stuff like that, I tell myself, just fuck it up. Nobody cares.
I love it. Great
Yeah,
advice, actually. Yeah, because we're so trying to get it perfect, and there is no perfect even, which is
yeah,
even funnier, right?
yeah.
Awesome, I love that. So I was kind of thinking sometimes I'll tune into the people that I'm about to work with or talk to, and
Mhm.
the topic that had come up with for you, it was vulnerability, but it was kind of from one of the things I know about you, Nicole, is that you're really potent and really powerful, and I love that about you. Like,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I gratefully receive everything you just said.
awesome. Um, and I have this like you're kind of to me, and I don't know you super well, but like to me, you've always been kind of like this no BS sort of a gal. Have you always been that way?
I think when I was little, I was like that. Like nobody could handle me. Like I was just like, wow, like do whatever I want to do, say whatever I want to say. So my mom had a huge problem with me because growing up in South Korea, in their culture, girls are not supposed to be like that. No, like, no, you need to be very docile. You need to be very subservient and quiet. Just be a good, kind, friendly girl and freaking smile, I would never do any of those. So, I kind of liked how I was growing up when I was little, like, I don't know, in grade school, middle school, and then high school. I was kind of still being like that, but something started something just changed. And then when I came to the United States, um, I think that was the major turning point for me. And I think I wanted to blend in, like this foreign girl in New York City trying to blend in the fashion industry. I wanted to look perfect. I wanted to look fashionable. I wanted to speak English without accent, right? So I did my best, but did it work? That was so stressful.
Mhm.
And along the way, I almost feel like I lost myself,
Mhm.
So I'm just happy that you see the qualities in me that I really just love about myself too. So I went through just a lot of things to sort of like find myself back. So I was sort of on that path for a long time, and in the process, I found access.
Awesome. And so what were, I guess, what were some of the pivotal points or something that maybe somebody who's watching who's never even heard of Access could be like,
Mhm,
well, I'd really like to find me again too. How
mhm.
would you recommend they do that?
What did you say?
How would you recommend that maybe some of our listeners could help them find themselves again?
I think more than anything, Access Bars class helped me a lot. It's a uh, what can you call it? It's an energetic therapeutic process that you could receive from a practitioner. There are 32 different points on our head, and by like with just a gentle touch from, let's say, 30 minutes to 1 hour, you can just feel so relaxed without having too many thoughts. And then with that process, when I experienced it first time, it helped me so much just for me to just chill out. I was just thinking too much. I was just trying to be this, trying to be that, work so hard. I don't know, maybe a lot of people who try to achieve something in your life, maybe you have a lot of goals or you have a lot of pressure from other people or from yourself. And, how is it working? Is it working? Are you guys really happy and ecstatic and are you really enjoying your life? Um, I don't know. If you're not, check out accessconsciousness.com. I wonder if there's a separate website for access bars.
No, I don't think so. I think it's actually on
Yeah,
the page, first page, Access Conscious.
yeah. We could post a link here underneath the video later on too, but you could either receive a bar session or you could learn if you like to you could learn how to do it so you could offer it to your friends and family, whoever is like crazy around you and you want them to chill out, then you could take the class and learn it, and you could offer those sessions to other people. And there are practitioners just all over the world, not only just in the United States. You could receive a session, and yeah, check it out. And there are just incredible classes within Access Consciousness. They just contributed so much to me for me to be me and be okay with it and actually be like really loving myself. It doesn't matter what other people, I don't know, say about me or judge me. It used to bother me so much,
Right.
but not anymore. And I don't know what if entire world, like everybody on this planet could just be themselves and find happiness within themselves.
Mm, I like it.
Boop, boop.
Yeah.
That would be
Nicole
awesome.
has some great advice, folks. Just fuck it up. Just chill out and get your bars
Chill
run.
the fuck out. Get your bars run. Fuck it up. Chill out. Get your bars run. Yes. Three things. I like things simple.
That's awesome, Nicole. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening. Thank you, Nicole, for this
You're welcome.
conversation, and have a magical day.
Yay. Bye.